SkyWest 1370. Fly heading 330. Vectors for traffic. There's a traffic that's failing to follow the arrival here.
330, Skyward 1370.
You may have him in sight. He's at 2,000 at your 12 o'clock. $66.
Yeah, I see him, Skyward 1370.
November Bravo Whiskey 22. What's going on with him? He's doing his own. Yeah, but okay, yeah. Okay, wallop him because he's about to conflict. If he doesn't know how to fly a plane, he's done. I don't have control of him. Sorry. SkyWest 1370, you can turn left heading 270. Maintain 4,000 for the time being. We're trying to figure out what he's doing.
270, Skyward 1370, not a problem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Mike here. You might have noticed a whole lot of changes. You can actually see me. I can wave. Hi. Hi, everybody. Single screen on the controlling screen, but some new stuff added, and we're going to add more and more. So make sure we like, subscribe, follow, do all the cool things, and we're working TreyCon tonight. It's a quiet night, so good night for talking about tower arrival information. So we'll see what happens, but welcome aboard. SkyWest 1370, turn left heading 240.
240, Skyward 1370.
Nothing. That's a good thing. Tell all the friends. Tell anyone that you can tell. Tell them that tonight we're talking about tower inbounds. Dealing with a small situation here. And this evening is brought to you by McDonald's. Great fries. SkyWest 1370, turn left heading 180, descend and maintain 2000.
180, 2000, Skyward 1370.
So, as I said, tonight we're going to talk about tower inbound, and 999% of the time, you're going to get one thing. Wind, runway, clear to land. But there are occasional situations where you might get something other than that. Now, in the readback, you are required to read back the runway and that you're cleared to land. Just a fun fact, the only time you'll ever get cleared is when you're departing and when you're arriving. You're cleared for takeoff, cleared to land. That's it. So you're going to expect cleared to land. There are other things you could be given. You might be given continue by the tower control. You check in, hey, American 7 on a 10-mile final for runway 8, since we're at Jacksonville. You might get given continue. Traffic on a short final. He's probably wanted to get somebody out before you want it. So all your response is going to be is continue. What does that mean? You're just going to continue doing the arrival. Nothing changes. You still just continue what you're doing. Hey, Dave. We just started talking. SkyWest 1370, turn left, heading 110. The fuel will be at your 11 o'clock in about 10 miles, reported in sight.
Left 110, we'll report the field in sight, SkyWest 1370.
So, if he says continue, if the tower controller says continue, you just continue your approach. It's probably going to give you a late landing clearance. Guaranteed. He also might say, we might set up situations, i.e., the approach controller cleared you for a...
Field in sight, SkyWest 1370.
SkyWest 1370 cleared the visual approach runway 8. Contact the tower on 118.3. See ya.
Clear for the visual runway 8, tower 183, SkyWest 1370, so long.
So, a land and hold short is done when the runways are perpendicular to each other. Land and hold short. You're landing and holding short this spot. An example of that, and I'll put the chart in front of us here once I get it open. The Savannah, land and hold short. Oh, yeah, I got to do it the hard way. Savannah Airport ground chart. You would think I'd just do this in thy things here, but that would make no sense. So here we go. Okay, this is being paid. Navigraph. This is why we have Navigraph. Remember, I talk about Navigraph. They don't give me anything. If anyone works for Navigraph, I'd be happy to accept your lovely praise. So we'll talk about Savannah here. You see on the chart here, lasso, land and hold short. If you are executing a lasso on runway 10, he's going to tell you runway 10 cleared to land, hold short alpha. Because he doesn't want you to get past here. That's why he says hold short alpha. If you're lassoing this direction, runway 28 clear to land, hold short Bravo. If you're landing runway 1, clear to land, hold short Charlie. You notice there's no lasso on this side. There's not enough distance to land. But that's what a lasso is. You're landing and holding short. Usually because someone's landing the opposite end using the full length. So land, hold short. So as I said from the start, you either get cleared to land or land and hold short. Those are the two biggies you'll have. And in the land and hold short, you actually have to request it. They cannot force you to land and hold short. Think about why that could be. Well, because they don't know what the capabilities of your plane really is. They don't know. They're not sitting in the left seat. It'd be great. Yeah, we're sitting in the left seat. We're all set. Go for it. No. So if you ever get a land and hold short, the controller gives it to you. But you have to request it. The controller may also say not available. That can be due to weather, due to traffic, due to all sorts of stuff. So that's what it is. You also will get traffic advisories. You might be number 2 or number 3 or number 4 in the sequence for the arrival. So, runway American 7, runway 8 clear to land, you're number 2 following a Boeing 737 over the numbers or on a 2-mile final. So you get that sequence also. That's another thing you can do. We are talking about lassos, Dave, and other things. We're talking about clearing the tower inbound side now. We talked about tower outbound, now we're talking about tower inbound. So those are the major ones you're going to get. Clearance to land, that's the biggest one. That's the one you get all day long. Clear to land. Done. But you can request a lasso. You also maybe put in a sequence. Your number 4 following whatever. So you can't run 3-2 if we're landing 8 and 14 right now. So, and the wind right now at Jax 130 at 11. If you want to run that one, good luck. It's Dale. Welcome. Thanks for following. So I hope that gives everyone a heads up of what for the inbound tower side. And for those joining us, welcome to the stream. For those who are repeat offenders to the stream, you might have noticed new background, new stuff, and you get a camera of my lovely face. Hi, everybody. So as I always say, I'm up for questions. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you can help with donations and subscriptions, please. I have a goal out there. I can't put the goal thing up because it's not working right. If you can help out, great. If you can't, I understand. Times are tough. And luckily tonight, we don't have a lot of traffic. Luckily. There's a few people on the ground right now in Orlando. Hey, welcome, it's Dale. I'm super cool. And I always consider my stream a teaching stream. So if you got a question, feel free to ask it. No question is stupid. Don't go and say, oh, that was the dumbest question in the world. I am happy to answer it. It can be related to controlling. It can be related to what we do on VATSIM. It could be, why do you guys do these dumb things called controlling? And I'll tell you because, we have nothing else better to do. No, it's actually fun most days. Though my immersion's getting ruined. I'm pulling up a tower map here. Why is there a FedEx 747-400 at the terminal? At the terminal. You're ruining my immersion. Allegiant? Okay. SkyWest, cool. November Bravo 22 Whiskey, or 22, fine. FedEx 747, what are you doing here? FedEx goes down here. They're here, right there. As some people say, you ruined my immersion. Ah! I was thinking he was a TWA. Actually, that reminds me, is my good friend Inbound. He is TWA 400 landing at 0139 Zulu. So in about 35 minutes, if you want to watch TWA 400 landing again at Jacksonville, he'll be there in about 35 minutes. So. And as I said, today's stream brought to you by McDonald's. No kidding, Dave. Dave said he worked for TWA when he was 18 years old. That's kind of cool. Nice. I miss the MDs. My first plane was so when I was a young child, my first flight was from Hartford Bradley International to Cleveland, Ohio. So you can kind of guess which hub that was. And then Cleveland to Orlando. For those who don't know, that was Continental. The good old days of Continental Airlines. Um, and it was hilarious because we went Bradley to Cleveland. Things were great. Cleveland to Tampa is actually was we were going to Tampa in an MD-88 and we or MD-80 excuse me, and we lost communication with ATC. So it was literally we were stuck. We were holding, and it was turbulence. And this is my first flight ever. Now, when I get into turbulence, like, hey, what another day? I'm gonna sit here, blah blah blah, turbulence. Now it's like but then when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god. And I remember getting my plastic wings. I don't think they give them out anymore, sadly. But I got a set of wings from the captain for surviving that flight. My brother did too. And I just felt awesome with those set of wings. I don't have them anymore. I wish I did. Should have kept them, but oops. There's another airline I miss. AirTran. Oh, give me my AirTran. That Southwest purchase was a bad idea. And then they sold all the 717s to Delta. And Delta's loving those 717s. Three outbounds out of Jax right now, and a few pre-files in there. So gonna be busy if you're looking for a place to fly out of. The Jacksonville RTAC right now is got, let's see, Orlando's online tower approach. Two centers two centers are online. Jacksonville here with my tower underneath. So come join us. Come fly out of the Jacksonville airspace. It's a bunch of fun here right now. Even someone took out a Mayport Navy. Ooh. For those who are wondering where Mayport Navy is, it's right here. It's actually the coast. Let's see. Do I have a coast map in this thing? Things I gotta see. I don't think I have a coast map, so I can't. Oh, I have the emergency. There we go. This is the emergency map. We have all sorts of cool maps that can show us all sorts of cool stuff. So the coastline goes right down the side here, and it is right around Mayport Jetties, right around there. There's Navy Jacks right there. This is actually a cool map. So if you ever were lost, we could help you out. You would have to identify things, but you could help us out. I'm waiting to do surveys like that. It's a great question, though. Why do they call me fake weather, fake planes? I'll give you 15 more seconds to respond with your ideas. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's number 2. because the pilot didn't want to go through the bad weather in the middle of an event. I told him that the fake weather is not going to hurt his fake plane. Which, for those who want merchandise, I am making a new shirt that is going to have that quote on it somehow. I mean, I have the shirt that has my logo on it, fake weather, fake planes. But it's going to have that quote. I'm going to listen to Air Force Proud, because he has it recorded, and put that quote on a shirt with like a bunch of weather on it. And it's going to look great. The fun part of working a Tracon is you don't get a ton of traffic all the time, which is good. But notice how center did go down one, so I'm waiting for him to go down. So it might be an opportunity for us to jump up to the center. Luckily, with the new overlay and stuff, I actually don't have to disconnect anymore. I can update everything real quick. You might notice the lightning up on top and the new stuff, the cam of me. I'm trying to get the chat to be in here. As I said, Streamlabs desktop is just not having it for some reason. I don't know why, but they're just, it's not happy. So, oh well. And for those who are watching the stream, thank you for watching. I intentionally don't do ads. I kind of go, I think that's a little bit of killer to people because I trust in the group. And if you would like to support me any way, shape, or form, very, very much appreciated. Definitely getting busy on the ground in Jacksonville. We're seeing a bunch of planes. Because I can do this and not disturb his peace and quiet. So we talked about those pre-departure clearances, PDCs. Well, you can see he's actually got two of them sitting right here. The Southwestern American. The Allegiant has his. He's expecting 14 for departure. They got another one in there. So FedEx 422 has his, expecting 8. That's an interesting route to Orlando, but we'll field that later. American 1342, Xbox to Xbox 14. So got a couple good PDCs out there. But as I said, the ground is getting a little busy. Just a little. The ding means there's another one that dropped. Yep, got 5 on the ground, which is good. Keep them coming. The other thing coming up in the VAT USA events, I try to mention about what's the event calendar looking like for this week. So, for me, I'm trying to stream every day. I'm trying. I didn't get to stream yesterday. Sorry. I went to go online at Charleston, and all of a sudden my internet just was wonky and just didn't want to do it. Monday night's my group flight, which is fine. But this week, let's see, right now going on is the Field of Dreams. Oh, that's tomorrow, Wednesday. Tomorrow, Field of Dreams and the Chicago RTAC. They are featuring Des Moines, ALO, Cedar Rapids, DBQ in MLI. On the 28th, Jan's Thursday Symposium, which is going to be KJN Jacksonville. Jackson, not Jacksonville, Jackson, up in Memphis airspace. The Friday night operations is Blizzard Blast. Or Blazing Blizzard, the Blazing Blizzard F&O. It's Denver, Phoenix, and Albuquerque. So that's going to be interesting. That's a close crossfire to see how that's going to go. And that will start at 22:59. Just so you know, that starts at 22:59. I don't know why they just couldn't put 2300. That makes no sense to me, but that's okay. And then this Saturday, it's the big one. And I say it's the big one because I say just get ready. It is the Cherry Blossom Fly-In, KDCA. And I say this kindly, knowing this event. If you're going to fly in the Cherry Blossom Fly-In, know thy plane. I know everyone wants to fly into it. I know everyone wants to participate. If they are landing to the south on the river visual, it's going to be a nightmare. And if it's IMC conditions, even worse. Know how to do a hold. Know how to program your FNC to go direct to a fix. Know how to change things very, very quickly. If you're going to fly into that event, I say it kindly, know how to do it. So Dave asked a question. Do you have to request VFR flight following per destination, or can you ask for it once but go to multiple airports with the same squawk? So, the answer is unknown because I have to look that one up. I believe it is per destination. And the only reason I say that, actually, no. I think you actually believe you can do it as long as you give the controller a heads up of what you're doing. So you can keep the same squawk because he's just going to radar identify you coming off of that field for flight following. So that's a good question. I had to think about that one for a second. You know, and it's like, we'll use this field. If you were going from Ocala to Nip to Gainesville to Craig, and you were just doing touch and goes, or even just stop and goes, as long as you there's nothing impossible that you can't do without tower giving someone a heads up what you want to do. Say that you, and we're just going to choose craziness because this is something that we test. We have a plane that's coming in who wants to shoot the ILS approach runway 8, do the miss, come back around for the RNAV 14, do the miss, enter the pattern for runway 8, become a VFR plane, enter the pattern for runway 8 to do a full stop. As long as you coordinate it with the Tracon controller and he's able to do it, I wouldn't see any issue why. So, multiple airports, same squawk code. I wouldn't imagine them giving you a new one. That would be a waste. The only reason I would say they might do it on a VATSIMism, and I say VATSIMism because that is an official technical term, VATSIMism is because sometimes controllers are lazy and they don't want to actually track you. They want the machine to track you. So they'll do new squawk code and it auto tracks, and you're like, oh, that defeated the purpose. Speaking of auto track, I gotta make sure I have my auto track list up. So that was the only reason I would say they would issue a new squawk code, is because they're trying to track you and they're being lazy. But good question. Also, this coming Saturday, if you don't want to fly into the Cherry Blossom Festival, spring in Seattle, same time, out in the West Coast. So some fun events, and then on the 31st, it's the Mike Foxtrot Catalina Wine Mixer featuring KAVX. So that should be a fun one. If you haven't looked at how short that field is, I would highly recommend you look at it, because it's really short. And I mean really short. KAVX, I'll pull it up here. KAVX Catalina, 3,000 feet. So if you are flying into that craziness of an event, make sure you can land in 3,000 feet. I wouldn't do that in a 747. Though someone will, I guarantee you. You're going to have that event, and someone's going to fly in a 747. I love when someone talks to me on approach when there's a tower below me. So something that some people have brought up, and it's kind of a stupid thing, is who do I talk to? We've talked about this a couple times, is who do I talk to first? We have a classic situation right now. That is, I have local control, Jack's tower online, radar satellite, which is Jack's approach, and Jack's center. So who do I talk to? Remember, top-down provides service. So the top-down person right now is the local control, the tower controller. So you would contact Tower 118.3. Tower hands you off to me, I hand you off to center. Now, if Tower goes offline, then I take over his responsibilities on 124.9. So I hope that helps out with top down. Looks like we also got Daytona Approach coming online. 35N Daytona Approach. Eiler Crew. Eiler C is coming up online. We're going to get Eiler. I'm sure he's dying to do Daytona Approach. He hasn't done it forever, probably. Eiler's coming up on center, or an approach. So we got one going to Sanford. It's our DATM Connor in an A320. We call him the CRJ pilot because he flies for SkyWest. So we got one outbound. Right now he's taxiing out. Let's see what runway he got. Allegiant. So we gave him 1-4. So this actually will be a quick outbound for him. I'm going to put a little dot up. His first fix that he's going to be going to is Xbox. And if you can see the green box that's sitting right here, he's going to literally fly right to it. It is a easy thing to do. What's closing at 10 o'clock? Okay, I'll take it from you at 10 o'clock if I'm not on center. So now we have 4 approach sectors on. We have Pensacola, Orlando, Daytona, Jax. Perfect time to fly out or in. And we do have our good friend TWA 400 on the inbound. Looking forward to seeing him. For those joining the stream, welcome. Make sure to press the follow button. If you're able, please subscribe. And hopefully, and I say hopefully, we're going to look at the SOP here. I'm going to show you the ZJX SOP on this, because hopefully the tower controller does this. ZJX ARTCC. There it is. If we Google search, there we go. So, coming off the field in Jacksonville, it's one of our 2 tier 2s. Now, tower departure heading off of 14 going to south is a heading of 140. Hopefully he does that. Cross the fingers. Do have one inbound from north here. Looney 1 arrival. Gonna change one thing here so I can. Here comes Connor, Allegiant 2295. There's the track.
Jacksonville departure, Allegiant 2295, 1,300, climbing 3,000, runway heading.
Allegiant 2295, Jacksonville departure, radar contact, climb, maintain 15,000, proceed direct Xbox, proceed on course.
15,000 direct Xbox for Allegiant 2295.
That perfect. Now, Southwest 2345 going to Jaja. So Jaja's over here. Again, south sector. So he should give me a heading of 140, runway heading. Should. Tower, you can launch the southwest. Okay. Cool. Is 66 in here? 66 Jacks approach. May I have American 2991, please? Going into Jacks, Looney. Thank you. Hi, Eiler. Now, I will not get TWA 400 for some time here because my altitude in this area, this is the VITS sector, is 10,000. So he's not going to hit my stuff until around right here. So we'll see what happens. Some useless knowledge for you, but let me open the Looney map so you can see, and I'm going to brighten it up. So
Jacksonville approach, American 2991 out of flight level 10,000, 10,000, descending via the Looney 1 approach.
American 2991 Jacksonville approach. Good evening. Jacksonville altimeters 2990. Expect the visual approach, runway 8. Were you calling for me?
Altimeter 2990, expect visual approach, runway 8 for American 2991.
Good evening, Jacksonville. Departure, Southwest 2345 with you at flight level 024, currently climbing to 3,000.
Southwest 2345, Jacksonville Center. Make sure you're squawking 3415.
3415, Southwest 2345, sorry about that.
Allegiant 2295, contact Jacksonville Center 127.87. See you.
2787, Allegiant 2295, see you.
Southwest 2345, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11,000. Proceed direct to JJA.
11,000, proceed direct to JJA, Southwest 2345.
few more planes getting ready to take off here. This is an American blocking the taxiway. Guessing tower didn't actually check. I think he just cut off one of the fixes. That's what he did. Southwest 2345. Are you direct to Jaja?
Hit the wrong button there. Departure, my bad. 2345.
Thank you.
Jacksonville departure, Southwest 2345, clear on direct to JJet now.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
American 2991, descend and maintain 3000.
3000 for American 2991.
Got a few planes inbound, few planes outbound. We're getting busy here, boys and girls. And someone might be handing off right now. Southwest 2345, contact Jacksonville Center 127.87. See you.
One 127.87, Southwest 2345, see ya.
TWA 400, you on my frequency? 66 Jacks approach. May I have the comms on TWA 400, please? Thank you. Oh, he's now crossing
Jacksonville
airspace.
approach, TWA 400 is heading via Cuban 1.
TWA 400, Jacksonville approach, Jacksonville altimeters 29990. Expect the visual approach runway 8.
29990, expecting visual approach runway 8, TWA 400.
So we got an outbound American. First fix is going to be Whisper. That's way over there, I believe. Excuse me for that. So he should be in a heading, and he is, but he's squawking the wrong code. Wrong code. Still the wrong code. But that's okay. Let's have that a 132 numbers getting a wrong code.
Departure American 5123, level 3000, heading 100.
American 5123, Jacksonville approach. Good evening. Make sure you're squawking 7636.
7636, American 5123.
American 5123, radar contact as reported. Proceed direct to Giggles. Proceed on course, climb, maintain 15,000.
Correct, Giggles, climb maintain 15,000, American 5123, sorry about that.
Nope. No problem. American 2991, turn left heading 180, descend maintain 2,000.
Left heading 180, descend to maintain 2000 for American 2991.
Departure American 1342 with you, crossing 2000 over 3000.
American 1342, Jacksonville departure radar contact, climb, maintain 15,000, proceed direct Xbox, proceed on course.
Direct Xbox and climb maintaining 15,000, American 1342.
Zoom in here a little bit just because the Jacksonville airspace is massive. American 2991, turn left heading 110. The field will be at your 11 o'clock in about 10 miles reported site.
Left heading 110, field in 10 miles. We'll call the field. American 2991.
Do / OK and then click on for F11. An American 1345, you can climb, maintain 15,000 if I haven't given it to you.
Yep, I got it. Having issues with the plane climbing, working on it. American 1342.
Roger. American 2991, you have the field?
American 2991, field in sight.
American 2991, clear visual, approach 118, contact the tower on 118.3. See ya.
Clear visual approach, tower on 18.3, see ya.
TWA 400, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles at 2,000. A Boeing 737-700 report in sight.
Actually, do have the traffic. TWA 400.
TWA 400, follow the traffic, clear visual approach runway 8.
Follow the set traffic into runway 8. TWA 400.
American 5123, contact Jacksonville Center 127.87. See ya.
12787, American 5123, see you.
Clean up our airspace here relatively quickly. The only concern I have is this guy right here, the American 1342, climbing a little slow. So Daytona's airspace is right here. Daytona's airspace starts at it tops at 11,000. So I might have to get permission to bust his airspace to get him over to center, because there'd be no reason for him to, if he's at 10,000. But he seems to be climbing a little faster, so I think we'll get him above the issue airspace. And the FedEx is on the move. I kind of going through the airport middle a little bit, so I don't know what's going on with the FedEx. I'll give you an overhead view here. Yeah, he's traveling through the grass. I guess there's a new taxiway there. Let's see how that goes for him. I'm not optimistic. Well, it looks like he's going to cross out of that over that airspace, so I don't have to worry about him so much. So we're going to hand him off to center. Just waiting on that handoff for American 1342. Hopefully sometime soon. I know our center controller is kind of learning here, so. Got a Pogey arrival. Turn the Cuban off. Turn the Looney off. American 1342, contact Jack Center 127.87. See ya.
Off to center, 127.87, American 1342. See ya.
And we got one inbound. He gave him the wrong altitude, but it's okay. We know he's going to go down 13,000. Not too bad. I just heard it from our controller. We have a center controller who's training right now, so it was like, yeah, there it is. TWA 400, contact Jacksonville Tower 118.3. See you later, my friend. What are we up to now?
2 away from 200.
Yeah, so that means what, Thursday?
That is correct. We're actually setting something up to do the full ATC from Jacksonville to St. Thomas.
Awesome. That sounds good to me. Can't wait for that day, dude. Good luck.
Yeah, we're getting there. That's been a long time coming. We're switching over to Tower 118.3. Appreciate the
So
agency as always
what
today.
TWA 400 and I were talking about is he has gone from San Juan to Jacksonville 198 times in a row. And he's going to do it. The 200th day is going to be on Thursday. He's going to fly his 200th flight. We're planning full ATC, I guess, but I'm probably going to fly with him. But I might even control. Be kind of fun. He's one of our regulars in the airspace, and I'm really happy that he's around. So we got a FedEx getting ready to go out. He is on the Jack 7 to Brado. Now, I'm going to do a find Brado because I don't even know where that route is. There it is. The route leads some issues because you can't go that way through. So I may have to reroute this plane. Let's do some looking here because that route has too many issues to be able to do it that direction. Let's look here. I'm going to pull up the good old sim brief. Remember, sim brief can do it. And we're looking for Jax to Orlando. Not a normal route. He's flying a 744. So the normal route would be Xbox, Xbox to Primus to Forio to get out 1. But there is other routes, including Bristol, Bristol Wyatt Grinch, Gainesville Shrek, Shrek 2, Xbox, Xbox Primus, Dibble, Treasure, Goofy 7 coming back up, and the Mini coming back up. So we're actually going to send him, I think is going to be a better idea is to do Ormond Beach to Bitho. What that is, Ormond Beach is down here. He comes down the same path, but then he takes the Arrival in that direction. Because the Arrival he's got puts him right through an approach path, and that does not work. So what scares me now is that's a 1799684 number. 179. Oh, woo, that's a tough number. And he thought he was going to 25,000 to get to there. Even SimBrief puts the highest altitude with my reroute here to, let's see, view PDF, 17,000. So he is not making 25. I'm not going to have him do 25. There's no way. But I am going to reroute him into Orlando. Because we have to have a good flow. So as I said, it's going to be Ormond Beach and then Bitho. That's the goal. Let's see if we can actually do it.
Jacksonville departure, FedEx 422 is flying heading 085, climbing up to 2,500.
FedEx 422 Jacksonville departure radar contact. Turn right heading 180, and I got a reroute. Advise when ready to copy.
Alright, right 180, and we'll advise when we're ready to copy FedEx 422.
Let's see if he advises. Still hasn't contacted me for that turn. I'm just going to put a mend in there and have it sitting ready to go. FedEx 422, I need that turn heading 180 immediately, please.
Quarter 180, FedEx 422, sorry about that.
Jacksonville approach, American 1545.
American 1545, Jacksonville approach, good evening. Expect the visual approach runway 8.
Approach on 18. American 1545.
He's on the Pogey. Pogey is going to be. And American 1545, cross Mosul at 5,000.
Cross Mosul at 5,000.
FedEx 422, you ready for your reroute?
Ready for the reroute for FedEx 422.
FedEx 422, you're cleared the Orlando International Airport via radar vectors the Ormond Beach VOR, Oscar Mike November, and the Bitho 7 arrival.
I'm sorry about that. Could you repeat that for FedEx 422?
FedEx 422, you're cleared to the Orlando International Airport via the radar vectors Ormond Beach VOR, that's Oscar Mike November, and the Bitho 7 arrival.
Roger that. Cleared to the Orlando Airport via radar vectors, Oscar Mike November, and then via the Bitho 7 arrival for FedEx 422.
FedEx 422, readback correct. Proceed direct the Ormond Beach VOR, climb and maintain 11,000. That's going to be the cap of your cruise.
Proceed direct to Ormond Beach VOR and maintain 11,000 for FedEx 422. Thank you.
Let's see if he actually flies it. Crossing fingers. Again, thank you all for watching Fake Weather, Fake Planes. I am Mike from Fake Weather, Fake Planes. Go ahead. Go ahead. No questions, my control, Bravo Echo.
American 1545, request radar access.
American 5045, say again.
Radar access to final.
You'll get him. Continue the arrival, please. I believe it's under... If you go bright and then maps, you should be able to brighten it up. It should be two-way. High two-way. American 5045, do you have the chart on board?
Can you repeat?
Do you have the Pogi 2 chart on board?
Yes.
Roger. The reason I'm asking that... Yes, give me a sec. So he's past Mosul, so he should be flying a heading. American 1545, turn left heading at 300, descend and maintain 2000.
Turn right, heading 310.
Turn left heading 310.
310.
And descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, American 1545.
So as you heard, I'm going to be jumping over to Orlando approach. So once I get this one pushed over, then we'll go. FedEx 422, contact Jacksonville Center 127.87. See you.
Over to Jacksonville Center 127.87, FedEx 422. Thank you for your help.
So I'm going to change the position now. Yes, I just got to take care of one person. Yeah. Come up when you're ready. American 1545, continue the left turn, heading 270.
Continue left turn, heading 270. American 1545.
So we will switch this stream over. I wonder if I can actually rename it, but I don't think I can do that in here, but we'll figure it out. Why do I have two on... Oh, Michael Knight's coming up in Orlando. He didn't tell anybody. I got one. He's on a heading of 270. You got ground below you. It's a split up on top. Any questions? E-stops. Your control, Bravo. So we will deactivate the session here. We're going to switch profiles. You see the background. F11, I'm going to find out what's going on. We may or may not be. Mike Knight, are you taking F11? I'm taking F11. Yeah, I saw Mike Knight jump on. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Coming up right now. Let me just answer my wife's call. I'll be right back with everyone in a second.
Left. Cross runway 18 left, Southwest 2345.
Okay, we're back now. No questions. Bravo. Echo. What was our ATIS? Thank you. So, now we've moved over to the Central Florida Tracon. Yay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, the rival was something. I don't remember what it was. We're South Ops. Yep, South. Southeast South Ops. I'm going to say A Bravo and Delta Departure ATIS. It's going to be India. Just going to fake this one a little bit. I'm going to change my maps also because I had Jack's maps open. We got Orlando maps. And it's South Ops, so things are a little different in South Ops, as we've all seen. I've done this a couple times on the stream. And what do we got for inbounds? Let's look at our inbound map. KMCO. A bunch of pre-files here. Couple departures. Departures are already gone. Couple pre-files here. So we got a few planes. I'm going to actually load up Teetles to save myself some time of talking to people. I love people, but less talking, the better. And I have nothing in Teetles, so that means they didn't even pre-file. Just interesting. So when we get the ting, we'll see what happens. So a little different. I'm gonna light up some video, light up on the video map a little bit so you can see a little bit better here. Also can get rid of the ILS fixes. Class Deltas.
Orlando approach, Southwest 2345. Great service tonight, man. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Thanks, he left, but I'm here. I'll pass the word. Make sure I have my tagline in the profile. I don't. There it is. Now it's updated. Make sure I save that. Yeah, it's just me. Uh, 2 people, a Southwest in November. Mm-hmm.
Orlando approach footing 422 is at 1000, Ormond Beach View.
FedEx 422 Orlando approach. Orlando altimeter is 2994. Expect the visual approach runway 18 right.
Alright, we'll expect the visual approach runway 18 right for FedEx 422. Thank you.
I knew you. I was seeing if you were listening, Dave. I knew that was coming. I'm working on the counter too. And I know it's kind of a quiet night here.
Orlando, this is Southwest 2345. Signing off for the night. Thank you for the great service.
Thanks. See you next time. That was rough. Ooh, we heard the ding. There's the PDC. So, Charlie Sierra Bravo, 925. Danny 3 departure. Danny, climb via Sid. Departure is going to be with me on 124.8. 124.8. And we're going to assume he's going to be general aviation. So, it's going to be runway 18 right. Send it. And thank you all again for following along. Not a very active stream tonight, but because there's not a lot of active traffic, and that does happen. But we're here. That's all that matters to me is we're online, not working center, working a Traycon position. Started tonight at Jacksonville. We talked about the inbounds. What do we need on an inbound? You get that clearance to land, CTL. But you also can request to land and hold short. And you also might get a continue and get that late landing clearance. So landing's pretty easy. One of our next sessions will talk about outbound Traycon side. How do we get to that first fix and the different ways that we do it? A lot of people have asked, why do I only do a little bit each time? Because I want you to relearn this stuff. The more you learn it, the better. And less is more. I don't expect us all to be perfect pilots overnight. So less is more. So that's why we do just a little bit each night and go from there. And the one that you might see me bending over here over the chair is because my cat decided to show up. And she just meowed at me and she's looking for pets. She wanted her time, and before we had the camera on me, she used to come up and hang out, and now she's on the floor looking for the pets, so she gets her evening pets at 10:30. FedEx 422 to send and maintain 7,000.
Send and maintain 7,000, FedEx 422.
It's kind of fun taking a guy that I took out of Jax, him getting him off to center, and then taking him back at Orlando. Yes. Soon, June, they're starting the DFW flights. We're talking about the lovely Breeze Airways starting new services from Pensacola to Tampa and going services out of DFW.
Orlando approach, Spirit Wings 1209, descending through flow 180 on the Grinch 5.
Spirit Wings 1209, Orlando approach. Good evening, Orlando. Altimeter is 2994. Expect the visual approach. Visual approach runway 18 right.
Expect the visual 18 right, Spirit Wings 1209.
Half die here. I can make it. I'm going to make it. Don't worry. I won't die on you guys. FedEx 422, turn right, heading 240.
Alright, the 240, FedEx 422. Alright, we'll go right, 270, FedEx 422.
FedEx 422, descend and maintain 3,000.
Send and maintain 3,000, FedEx 422.
Turning on some other maps here. The stars map. Let's see what this FedEx does. Dun dun dun. Welcome. Thanks for following. FedEx 422, turn left heading 210. The field will be at your 1 o'clock in about 15 miles report in sight.
What's that rate, 210 for FedEx 422?
Left heading 210, report the field.
Left 210, report the field, FedEx 422.
Thanks for everyone that's following along. Thanks for joining us tonight for another session of Fake Weather, Fake Planes. For those who are repeat offenders to this lovely stream, you might have noticed the changes in the background and changes in the display. We went down to one display with the camera mode. Yep, that's me live. And we're not working my normal center. We're working a tray composition. We are working Orlando approach. Not a lot of traffic, but enough to keep things moving along.
The field is in sight for FedEx 422.
FedEx 422, clear visual approach, runway 18 right.
Clear visual approach, runway 18 right, FedEx 422.
FedEx 422, the wind at Orlando, 12010, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Runway 18 right, clear to land, FedEx 422, thank you.
Spirit Wings 1209, after Yagu, turn right heading 140, descend and maintain 3000.
After Yaga 140, descend and maintain 4000, Spirit Wings 1209.
3000, Spirit Wings 1209.
3000, my bad, Spirit Wings 1209.
Nothing to worry about. Also, in the future, one of our streams will talk about wake turbulence separation in that the Sims don't get to simulate it, but we still do. We have a 747 Heavy here, and he's in front of an A320. Guess what there's a ton of? Spirit Wings 1209 in the turn. The field will be at your 1 o'clock in about 15 miles report in sight.
We're looking for the field. Spirit Wings 1209.
And we were exactly right about that Charlie Sierra Bravo 925. He is parked on the Alpha side. We guessed right. FedEx 422 Heavy, welcome to Orlando, home of the Mickey. Right turn off the runway, taxi the ramp via Alpha. Have a good one.
All right, turn off the runway, taxi via Alpha. Thank you. Have a good one, FedEx 422.
Spirit Wings 1209 has the field.
Spirit Wings 1209, clear the visual approach, runway 18 right.
Good viz, 18 right, Spirit Wings 1209.
Aircraft calling, all static, check the mute button. Spirit Wings 1209, the wind at Orlando 120 at 10, runway 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear to land, Spirit Wings 1209.
And we'll probably be ending up the stream here just a little bit. Been up since early this morning, so I know it's not my normal late night, but we got an hour 42 minutes into this stream, so we're doing pretty good. Again, if you haven't liked, follow, subscribe, do all the cool things, as I like to say. Thanks, Dave. Jack 66, F11. I want to go to bed. There's planes. Charlie Sierra Bravo 925 on the ground. He's a 762. He's got a PDC expecting 18 right. One inbound Spirit Wings. I've already cleared him to land. South Ops VMC. Any questions? Roger. I'll have the Spirit Wings contact you once he's touched down. Spirit Wings 1209. This doesn't require a response, but when you touch down and you're off the runway, give a call to Jacksonville Center 127.87.
Copy, will do. Spirit Wings 1209.
And that is it for us tonight. It has been an awesome night. Thank you, everyone, for following along. And we'll see you next time. Mike from